now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Who will be this year's Grand Prix champion? Who will be our hero of heroes? Will it be last year's runner-up, Jammin' Ninja? Or maybe Captain Sapin, all the way from the lovely tropical island of Sapin? I see the student of a certain starry school wearing the win, and global hero Oni Yokopan doesn't want to go home without the prize. We hope Lady Luck is with all our heroes tonight. And now, the winner of the third annual Hero of Heroes Grand Prix is me! Whoa! The true hero of the night has appeared in our midst! It looks like this year's Grand Prix goes to this fantastic warrior! The Nickel Samurai! Too bad, Jammin' Ninja. Looks like the title eluded you again this year! March 20th, 7:42 p.m., Gatewater Hotel, Viola Hall. Hello everybody, Horfave here, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney Justice for All in the final case! Let's begin! Let's do this. I've decided to finish this today. Well, hopefully today at the time of recording. This case is long. I might need to split up into recording sessions. We'll see. Alright, yes! Did you hear that, Nick? Did you? The Nickel Samurai, he did it! Yeah, he sure did. I'm getting too old for this. I'm proud of the guy for doing the series justice. So the person everyone was cheering for, and nice to see Will Powers again. I guess he got the prize? Yup. You know who we're talking about, right, Pearly? The Nickel Samurai. No, every Sunday I only watch the educational channel's Kids Masterpiece Theater. Okay, that's it. From now on, it's the Nickel Samurai. All the kids watch it. Do you like the Nickel Samurai too, Mr. Nick? I know Pearl talks a lot in this case. Oh boy. This is gonna... Oh boy. My boy. I can hear that voice a lot. Nick's an old fart, so he's not allowed to watch it anymore. That's right, but I do like Kids Masterpiece. Nick. I didn't know you were so young at heart, Nick. Mr. Nick, you're a grown-up. You're not allowed to watch it anymore. You're supposed to act your age and have interests that match. It's very important. God. Well, this shows that this game released in 2002, that's for sure. Give it a rest, Pearly. Looks like I made the right choice inviting everyone here. I'm glad you're all having a good time. It's like a dream. Too bad for the Jammin' Ninja, though. Last year, he lost to the Pink Princess. So you, right? Maybe? Because wasn't Will Powers also playing the Pink Princess? Wasn't that it? I thought this might be his year. Hey, did anyone else think that Jammin' Ninja looked a bit different today? Different? What do you mean? Well, he wasn't carrying his bright red guitar. Hey, you're right. Strange he'd walk around without his signature guitar. I will never understand these people and their shows. Anyway, Mr. Powers, thank you very much for tonight. It was nothing. I owe you one, so it's just my way of saying thanks. Hey, Nick, come on. It's time to get going to the lobby. The post-ceremony stage show is supposed to start real soon. And then I heard there's going to be a press conference after that. A press conference? Is he going to make a speech about winning this year's prize? Well, not exactly. Something about the Nickel Samurai confessing something. Confessing? Sounds pretty serious. Nick, come on! You don't want us to be the last ones there, do you? Yeah, Mr. Nick, do you? Why me? The show doesn't even start for another 20 minutes. But first, we must look at the very phallic food. I think they center that in some versions, but not this version. Not this version. And I say, this is a really high-class hotel. I've never eaten this kind of salad before. Poor Pearls. Having eaten only vegetables all her life, she's been missing out. Don't worry, any leftovers belong in my happily awaiting stomach anyway. You're such a glutton, Maya. I lose this one to Maya. You sure can eat. Well, a growing girl needs her nutrients. A growing girl? Exactly how big do you plan on getting? Thank you very much for inviting us today. It was nothing, really. Guys like us don't get to come to a place like this often, so I thought I'd invite you all. Mr. Powers, what have you been up to lately? Well, since the Great Princess successfully wrapped up last month, again, a show that actually ended and didn't go on forever. I mean, that's a lot more common nowadays, but I do remember back when it was just episodic shows, especially like Pokemon still nowadays, where it's just like episodic shows, no ending in sight. I've been on Kids Exercise Show while wearing a rabbit mask over my face. You still don't want to be seen in public. I'm still really sorry about the headache I caused you this time. I tried to go into Maya, so I thought it was Maya for a second. What's done is done, so let's forget about it. This is Will Powers. He's an action star. His popularity exploded when he was a Steel Samurai, and he was the first case Maya worked on with me. It's too bad you look scary. For people to know you're real and softy good with kids. Thanks. I can't believe they're going to make a movie based on the Nickel Samurai. I can't believe it either, but for a different reason. The Steel Samurai, an epic story of one hero in a desperate fight against his arch nemesis, the evil magistrate, in the city of Neo-Tokyo. And last year, they started a new series, The Nickel Samurai. The new series seemed to be a hit with the kids, too. I'm really attached to the Steel Samurai as a show, so I was hoping that maybe I get the chance to do something in this new one. Yeah, it's too bad. It'd been awesome to see you with the new actor, Matt Ungard. He's super popular right now. Mr. Ungard? Looks like Pearl doesn't know who he is. This year, it's going to be Nickel Samurai versus the Jam Ninja at the box office. Jam Ninja? Who's that again? So who's this Jam Ninja again? He's a hero, duh! His symbol is a bright red guitar he's always carrying. The dude always carrying around a bright red guitar? How does that even work? With a scarf around his neck and a guitar in his hand, he rises to stardom in an ancient time. A ninja who becomes a star. Yeah, a ninja who becomes a star! A strong rivalry between the two of them. Global Studios Nickel Samurai and Worldwide Studios Jam and Ninja. They even air at the same time. You know what I heard? I heard those two don't get along at all. Nickel Samurai Ungard and the guy who plays the Jam and Ninja, I mean. Nickel Samurai speaks French? Oh, you mean Matt Ungard, the actor. I guess he didn't hurl heroes in a sparkling, happy place. No. Bum, 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 bum. Teddy bears. What's with this place? Looks like I've stumbled into Oz or something. My brain backfired there. In the back, there's a sign for the bathroom. Maybe I should visit while I can before the show starts. There are toilets in each room in this hotel. But since all sorts of events are held here, there are bathrooms for people who aren't staying here to use as well. Hers for people like me who can't afford to stay here in the first place. To Mr. Ungard from the Global Studio staff. Be nice if lawyers got flowers too. Something like, "Hey, Mr. Wright, from all your grateful clients." Compared to the flowers on the other side of the hallway, these are much more gorgeous. Let's see, record companies, fan clubs, company workers, family. Carrying all these flowers home would be hard, I think. Oh, teddy bear. I never seen flowers in front of dressing rooms. What are stuff the bears doing here? Could it be that there's an action star with a soft spot for teddy bears? Can't be. Moving on. Sounds like the post-ceremony show is about to start. Alright! I'm so pumped! I wonder if he's going to show off his special move today. Nickel Samurai smelting. Actually, what I'm interested in most is the press conference. You mean the big confession Nickel Samurai's going to make after the show? So what is it? Don't you know what it's about, Mr. Powers? Oh, well, I'm not the Steel Samurai anymore, so I don't have any idea. Bah. Ah, so I guess you are all going to the press conference then? Yeah, of course. If that's the case, then here, take these tickets so you can get in. Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, that's going to the lobby. I was hoping I could look at it. Okay. It looks like it's over this way, Mr. Nick. Okay, for great justice. Only a really gaudy hotel has such a large, gaudy lobby to match. I think they're gonna have the post-ceremony show over there. Using a compact stage, I see. I'm all ready to use my special samurai power. Looks like she's ready to start a fight. Your attention, please. Your attention, please. The Nickel Samurai's post-ceremony stage show will not be held tonight due to unforeseen circumstances. But why? Ow! You didn't have to pinch me. Pinch yourself if you don't believe it. We are asking for everyone's cooperation at this time. So please stay where you are. This is a special request from the police. Police? Did they just say the police? You want me to go check out what's going on? Wait, I'll come with you. Freeze! You two, didn't hear the announcement just now? Just been telling you not to move. That voice, I've heard... Oh, I should've. Yes! And it's gonna kill my throat, oh boy. Honestly, you these days can't be bothered to oh god, how did I do her voice again? Oh god. Can't be bothered to talk to other people when... they talk. Just the other day it was the same thing. The spell footprints if you wear a bridge out now because snow is low. The right hand fit trying to help boy bit down to dangerous. Listen now, cars they walking all in. So the whole part was dangerous, sonny. I'm telling you. I will let him have enough to clear off the bridge. Honestly, kissies, they don't know right from this non-stop chatter. It can't be. Miss Oldback. Why is it, you young whippersnappers? Do I know you? What, you? Your powers, aren't you? Yeah, about what happened back then. You didn't even get nominated this year, did you? Oh, that's right, you're doing that children's exercise program trying to play nice. Yeah, that's me. Thankfully, I still have a job. This case is gonna kill my throat with old bag. I love that show, and you're a hoot! You're the big brother character, aren't you? It's the only difference color eyebrows I know. You're a giant rabbit. What a work about, but that's how it is, you know. Didn't wear the mask. Come on, how many TVs break? Really shame them. Deserve some ridiculous. What they deserve. They do. I thought you shouldn't be. Anyways, what are you doing here? Come on, I'm gonna die. Look at my uniform. Tell me you can't tell me I'm a member of security. That outfit. Annoying nosy brats, get the blaster. Miss Oldback, what are you doing here? What happened to your position in Global Studios? Oh, that old place? Well, since that incident, they've been letting people go. When they cut the security team, I got the pink slip. What incident? What did you do? I didn't do anything, you youngin'! Don't you remember that incident a year ago? When this lady got on the witness stand and testified? Yeah. And you, weren't you the one who was bullying me, this fragile girl at heart? I plead the fifth. But you know, I think maybe I rubbed all the management the wrong way by testifying. Yes, that has to be it. Everything is all your fault. Me? I thought of being a bodyguard at first after being handed old Pinky. You? Bodyguard? For your friend, that fiery, good-looking guy with the red jacket and the ruffles. Mr. Edgeworth. But that sort of arrangement would be entirely too troublesome for me. That's what he said to me! What did I do to ever deserve that? So did something happen? I don't have all the details. But it looks like another one of those incidents happened again. An incident? Like a murder kind of incident? Maybe! You see, I'm a bit of a devilish woman. I can tell. So wherever I go, showers of blood are sure to follow. Bet you didn't know that! Shouldn't you quit being a security guard? At least for other people's sake. Silence, whippersnapper! Nick! What is it? I don't like that devilish smile playing on your lips. Let's make like we're going to the bathroom and check things out. No, wait, please tell us not to go anywhere. Remember, and I don't want to get an old bag side either. How boring! You're such a boring guy. You got no motivation, no spirit. What's going on? Are you getting Mystic Maya trouble again, Mr. Nick? Never mind, I don't want to get on Pearl's side more. Pearl's bad side worse than being on Pearl's bad side worse than being on Old Bag's bad side. So listen to this, Pearly. This one time at lawyer camp, Nick. Oh, okay, I get it. Let's go take a look. Yay! I knew you couldn't say no to me, Nick. That's right! Excuse me. You walk over miles of hot gold for Mystic Maya, wouldn't you, Mr. Nick? That would be every time we work a case together. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go already. You can come along too, Pearly. Yes, sir, it's a good idea. Goody! I get to come! There's nothing really out of the ordinary here. Are you looking for the incident that the old lady was talking about? Good. Doesn't look like it happened here. Better go look somewhere else. Alright, then let's try. Excuse me. Sorry, really, I love this song. Are you by chance Miss Maya Fey? Yes, that's me. You have a phone call waiting for you at the front desk. A call? I wonder if it's someone from Curating Village. What's wrong, Mystic Maya? Nothing. You guys go on ahead and I'll be right there, okay? Okay. Right this way, Miss Fey. Let's go look somewhere else now, Mr. Nick. Okay. This is a little exciting and a little scary. I told you! I get people the info they want. I mean that I've got a right to know. Nope, don't care who you are, pal. Some Mexicans, you can't go in. What's your problem? Just you wait, I'll be all over the morning paper. Scrubby detective, secret scandal revealed. You'll see, I'll get you back. Those two sound pretty serious. That southern accent can only mean... Hey, Wright! Hey, Lotto. Come on, do a gal a favor and tell us, Cobb, I'm just doing my job and I got rights. You! Ah, Detective Gumshoe. Hey, pal, help a guy out. Tell him only the police are allowed here. This is a scene of a murder, so you leave this to us pros. A murder? Oh, shoot, me and my big mouth. See, I knew it. My gut instinct told me so. I always heard my gut. A murder, I said, and that's what it is, a genuine murder. Wait. Yeehaw, a murder. Oh, the big star, no less. Oh, man, I'm in trouble now. Yes, you are. Detective Gumshoe, a murder? No, that's not it. I got my facts mixed up for a second there, pal. Mr. Nick, is the dead person the Nickel Samurai? Why do you ask? Well, Mr. Maya was rooting for him, so bad luck is sure to follow. It wasn't the Nickel Samurai that got bumped. Actually, the Nickel Samurai is the one in position doing the bumping off. The guy that died was a hero named the Jammin' Ninja, pal. The Jamming Ninja. That woman with the big puffy hair that looks like cotton candy? You mean Lotta? That woman, she was there that time too, right? That time? When Mystic Maya did that channeling? Oh, that time. Lotta's a journalist, so that's why she was there. Journalist? Looks like she was hanging around here before the murder happened, pal. Pal's not even there. Why'd I say that? Hanging around? Yeah, I'm waiting from the Jammin' Ninja's door, pal. Why did she... She wouldn't tell me, pal. You just said something about getting my big scoop. Scoop? So news could she be after? The victim was a Jammin' Ninja? Mr. Jamming Ninja? He was on a real popular rival TV show to Nickel Samurai. Oh! The victim was the action star, Juan Corrida. He's got a huge push and rode the express train to stardom. I mean, even I know who he is. Even I recognize his face. But lately that Matt on Guard's been taking the wind out of his sail. I'm telling you, pal, as far as he's popular, those two are hogging all the limelight. Guess there's no space for Mr. Powers at all, huh? Poor guy. Mr. Ungard, that's the Nickel Samurai, right? Yep. I mean, no, you've got to say it with more oomph. The Nickel Samurai! Anyway, so now that Wonkarita's gone, maybe Mr. Ungard has a whole state to himself, wouldn't you say? I wouldn't bet on it, pal. We can't have that happen, you know? Can't have that happen? What's that supposed to mean? I wonder. Motive, obviously. Same age! Bum 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 bum. Would you take a look at this for me? Listen, pal. I'm not leaking any info about the evidence to you this time. If I do, my salary's really gonna get it. And then I won't even be able to get those instant noodles down the discount market. Okay. Well, I tried. About this press conference. These are the monorail. Oh my god. I just flew into water. These are. With the snappers, these are some monorail pros now. Pros at doing what? I'm doing police work, of course. My eyes are like a hawk. And my professional eyes for a messy instant. A messy play instant with the snappers. That's why I have time for you million kids and your petty little things. Okay. Oh, I can present profiles. That's not where I wanted to go. I want to go to the hallway and present some profiles to Gumshoe. I'm not a real fan of action shows or anything, but I know who Wonkarita and Madame Guard are. You can't talk about one without talking about the other, I guess. We even debuted around the same time. So they have this real fiery rivalry with each other. Kind of like you and me, pal. I never really thought of me as a rival. The Nickel Samurai really took the Grand Prix tonight. Mine's a big fan of his. Really? Oh, I'm sorry then. Why are you sorry? Madame Guard was just arrested, pal. On suspicion of murdering Wonkarita. What? Bum, 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 bum. Why was Mr. Ungard arrested? Sorry, pal, it's not something I can tell you. We just started the investigation, so we don't want any leaks. Looks like another Steel Samurai hero is in hot water. Mr. Nick and Mr. Maya knew about this. Yeah, I know. She made me take this case. I know. Here we go. Hey, so what's going on, Mr. Wright? It looks like Wonkarita's been killed. What? Looks like he was murdered. A suspect was arrested. That suspect is Mr. Man on guard. You're joking, right? Nope. They arrested the Nickel Samurai on suspicion of murdering the Jammin' Ninja. Not again. I feel sick. Again? About a year ago, something just like this happened, girls. I still can't believe. No way, Matt would... What's Mr. Powers got in his hand? Oh, before I forget, this is for you, Mr. Wright. I got this from the bellboy that came by earlier. For me? Why? I don't know. All he said was it was for Mr. Phoenix Wright, the attorney. Matt is the most energetic and active actor out there right now. The Nickel Samurai really seals the place as a pop idol, but kept adding fuel to the fire of his rivalry with Juan anyway. Mr. Juan, he's the Jammin' Ninja, right? Those two would butt heads over everything they could think of. But I say Matt was the one who almost always came out on top. Guess some people only know how to lay down by butting heads like a ram. Juan said he'd take Matt on this time too, so he joined a rival TV show. And that was this Jammin' Ninja? The style of Nickel Samurai and the burning Jammin' Ninja. Well, things turned messy real fast with those two using their shows for war. And the final tally? Look around, it's pretty obvious how things ended up. Matt even won the Grand Prix this year. Final win over his rival, I guess. Mr. Ungar was gonna hold a press conference, wasn't he? That's what I heard. Well, if you wanted to get technical about it, it was the Nickel Samurai's conference. Nickel Samurai's. Yeah, he was supposed to wear his costume and get the press conference that way. Gonna be in costume, but why? I'm not sure. They don't keep me in the loop anymore. I was just wondering, where's Mystic Maya? She's been gone a long time. She mentioned it. Maya was only going to answer a phone call. Maybe she got lost. I'll take a quick look around for her. Pearl. What is it, Mr. Nick? I'm not sure. Coming from this transceiver. Please answer. My ears. Hello, Wright here. Is this Mr. Phoenix Wright, the attorney? And you are? You don't need to know who I am. I think you have other things to be concerning yourself with, such as... Help, Nick! Mystic Maya! Maya? So, Mr. Wright, wouldn't you agree that more important issue is the fate of the girl? Her fate? Does he mean what I think he means? Maya, where are you? Are you hurt? Come now. Don't fall apart on me yet. This can't be. Now that I have your attention, Mr. Attorney, I have a modest proposal for you. If you do what I require, then I will return to you your valuable item unharmed. What is this called again in your fancy lawyer terms? Kidnapping for ransom? Yes, that's it. This is a kidnapping. Oh, I like this remix of the Pursuit theme. Mystic Maya! My sight, everything's fading away. Maya's been kidnapped? You there? Mr. Attorney, are you there? How much? How much do you want? Very good, Mr. Attorney. I'm glad you have such a good grasp of the situation. Hurry up and state your condition and then return Maya. Money is not what I seek. What? What I want is a certain verdict. I would like a complete acquittal. Acquittal? What in the world have you done to me? I am not the person who you will be representing. What? You are currently at the Gatewater Hotel, are you not? And I know that a murder has just taken place there. Longcreek was killed and the suspected man on guard. You are, as expected, quite on top of things, Mr. Attorney. Now then, what I want is very simple. I want you to obtain a complete acquittal from Matt on guard. Matt on guard? Why? He did not kill anyone. I can attest to that. However what? However, someone is framing him for the murder. A very smart someone who is setting him up to take the fall. I agree and do what he wants, and I believe he'll keep his end of the bargain. You are, of course, at liberty to take me at my word or not. However, there is one thing you can take as fact. Right now, your very precious item is with me, in my possession. Help! Nick! Maya! You have 2 days. Of course, tonight he will be in questioning with the police. But the trial is in 2 days. At that trial, you will win a not guilty verdict. Remember, you only have one chance. One chance, Mr. Attorney. One? Do you expect me to get not guilty in one trial day? Yes, exactly. I don't believe I was wrong in choosing you, so don't let me down. Oh, yes, that's right. Now that I am playing the role of the kidnapper, I can't pass up this chance to say, and don't even think about calling the cops. Not great, but you get the idea. Damn it! Who the hell are you? Very well, I'll tell you that much. My name is... Dick Killer. Why that pun off? Mr. Nick, where's Mystic Maya? She's been kidnapped. No! It's all my fault! If I had to go with Mystic Maya, you would have been kidnapped too. It's not your fault, girls. But it is Mystic Maya! Mr. Wright, I think we should tell the police what's going on. We can't do that. If we do, who knows what will happen to Maya. Mr. Nick, what about the detective we saw earlier? Detective Gumshoe. Yes, that's it. Wait there, here, and I'll be right back. Alright, I'll take care of Pearl while you're away. What? Ransom? Shh! Not so loud. Ransom is complete acquittal for Matt on guard. Wait, the deal is complete acquittal in exchange for Maya, you mean? That means Matt on guard is obviously the killer, pal. No doubt about it. The guy said that Matt on guard is innocent. Do you believe what a kidnapper tells you, pal? I get the other point. On guard really is innocent, then why is it kidnapping? On top of everything else, there's all this evidence we keep finding. Huh? The forensics team's having a field day back there. But it's strange, there's so much evidence that feels like something's wrong. There's too much evidence? Is that possible? Didn't the kidnapper say something about a guard being set up? Anyway, looks like you won't be leaving here tonight, pal. Just sit tight and cooperate with the investigation, or you can start yours. Alright. Isn't there another way? You've also got to be careful about pushing the kidnapper the wrong way. You're right. Date. Oh, my head. Where am I? I wonder if I'm still in that hotel. What happened to me? Nick, Pearly. Come on, you guys. This isn't funny anymore. I see you have awoken. Ah! Who are you? Me? I am known as the Killer. The Killer? You mean like an assassin? I'm too young to die. Don't worry. You are not my target. For now, anyway. Nick! Where are you? Help me! Yes, that's right. Only one person can save you now, and that is Mr. Phoenix Wright. Huh? Nick? Nick's gonna save me? Calm down and be a good girl. Think of this as a business transaction. A business transaction? I'm going to contact him now. I hope you'll cooperate and play your assigned role as well. Nick, what's gonna happen to me? Nick, Pearly, Sis. Is this Mr. Phoenix Wright, the attorney? You don't need to know who I am. I think you have other things to be concerning yourself with, such as... Right, that conversation. Good morning! Morning, Pearls. Mr. Nick, come on, let's hurry and go see Mr. Ungard! We have to wait a bit, Pearls. Visiting hours don't start until 9 a.m., so... I see. Mystic Maya, if only I had gone with you. Poor Pearls, she's been like this since last night. We managed to get home somehow yesterday evening. We should have taken the gumshoe gently holding her by the hand and leading her here. But by the looks of it, I don't think Pearls got any sleep at all last night. Mr. Nick! Mystic Maya, she's alright, right? Yeah, she's alright. Either way, I'm gonna save her. You can trust me on that. Please, help her. I'm able to stay this calm and collected, because Pearls is doing the crying for the both of us. I have a thought. Huh? You're gonna represent Mr. Ungard, aren't you? Yeah, I don't really seem to have a choice. But what if he is the real murderer? What would you do then, Mr. Nick? Would you fight to get not guilty for a murderer to save Mystic Maya? Pearls, let's talk to Mr. Ungard first, okay? We can think all the bad things we want, but it doesn't change a thing. You're right. I'm sorry, I can't stop thinking about it. Pearls, you're really worried about Maya, aren't you? I don't have anyone else left in this world. What do you mean? My family's all gone. Her family? My father? He left my mother in the village behind and went away. Sorry. And my mother, she did that thing all for me. Mystic Maya, she's like a sister to me. She's all I have left in this world. We couldn't wait for visiting hours to start, so Pearls and I came down here early to visit one nickel samurai charged with the murder of the Jammin' Ninja. Hello. Good morning. How are you today? I know the situation might be a little tough for you. Oh, sorry, dude, bruh. I'm gonna give him that kind of voice. I already signed up. Excuse me? I already have life insurance. I signed up a long time ago because my job is, you know. Right. No. We're not insurance salespeople. Really? Dude, I really don't need that right now either. Fire extinguishers. I mean, this building isn't my house, so... No. We're not here to sell you fire extinguishers either. I'm a lawyer. My name is Phoenix Wright. A lawyer? Hold on a second. I'm gonna ask my manager, okay? My manager, dude. And Nicholas saying my shirt's a strange person, isn't he? I think strange is an understatement. Sorry about that. You're just in time. You're a lawyer, dude, right? My manager's looking for a good one right now, so how about it? Mr. Nick, this is our chance! I have to make him let me take his case. I have to. Sorry I'm true, but I'd like to ask you a few personal questions. That's okay, but dude, my autobiography's coming out soon, so if I say stuff about the publisher's approval, I'm gonna be in a real hot water. Like, dude, hold on a sec. I'm gonna ask my publisher, okay? Like, dude, bro. We still got so lucky. He has so many people he could talk to on that little wristwatch phone of his. I don't know if anyone who can actually really talk to. Sorry about that. Like I thought, the publisher said it'd be real bad if I said anything, dude. Does he have a mind of his own? Mr. Ungard, I'd like to ask you about the murder. Oh, are you covering this for a tabloid as a side job, dude? Well, if you want my statement on this, you should ask through my staff. No, I'm not asking on behalf of a tabloid. Hold on a sec, I'm gonna ask the president of the studio, okay? Is he alright, Mr. Nick? If you're talking about Mr. Ungard's brain here, I wouldn't put my money on it. Sorry about that. The studio president said even Neo Mount Fuji himself knows I'm not the murderer. Mr. Nick, what's Neo Mount Fuji? It's a mountain in the city of Neo Tokyo, the city the Nickel Samurai protects. How do you know that? How do you know that, Phoenix? Mr. Ungard, this is an attorney's badge. Dude, I'm sorry, but I don't have the free time to be looking at things like that. Huh? I'm much too busy with Nickel Samurai stuff right now. I don't have time to take a lawyer's correspondence course. Why does he believe I'm a salesman? And sure, I'm sending fire extinguisher. Now this! Mr. Nick, what are you gonna do with that? I don't know yet, but I figured I could at least show it to him. That transceiver, hey, it looks like a real nice one, too. I got it as a present from someone. Interesting. I've also been instructed to take your case. Is that what you heard from the transceiver? Yes. Dude, that's terrible. Don't let some disembodied voice boss you around. This is coming from a man with a cell phone on his wrist! Dude, I know I like to throw money around, but it's not like I buy anything and everything. That's nice, because it's not up for sale anyway. What that? It's a ticket for the press conference. You were gonna get one after winning the Grand Prix, right? Huh, me? Yes, while you were in costume, no less. I never heard anything like that, dude. I only heard about the stage show. I always leave that kind of stuff to my manager. Okay, that's important. Didn't know, that's odd. Well, dude, I think it's about time for me to get going. Please wait. I really need to take your case. All these other people in need of a lawyer, right? Want me to introduce you to a few? Please let Mr. Nick represent you. Man, oh man, lawyers these days. Now you dudes using kids to pull on clients too? If you don't take me as your lawyer, then the killer is going to... Wait, what did you just say? The killer. The killer. What's he doing? Looks like he's mulling something over. Alright, dude. I accept your terms. Huh? I'll let you represent me in court. We did it! We did it, Mr. Nick! Yeah. I don't feel any better for it. And he doesn't look too happy either. Go ahead, ask me anything. I'll help out as much as I can, dude, bro, man. Man, I think my lucky stars that people know my name. You're quite the hero, and you're in the national spotlight. I didn't know who he is. Does that mean I'm not a good citizen? No, girl. It's really great to be a Nickel Samurai. Dude, lately I just keep on getting more and more popular. True enough. The Nickel Samurai is very popular among high schoolers and secretaries right now. Secretaries. Did I say that right? Yeah. I guess Mr. Guard has a way of catching the eyes of women. I need water for later. Do you know my motto? Refreshing like a spring breeze. That's what I am. A spring breeze? That's why it's kind of scandalous disastrous, dude. I mean, even if I get out of here tomorrow, it's still gonna look bad. Everyone loves a good scandal. Can you tell me about your activities last night? After I got the award, I took a break and went back to my room. I had that post-ceremony stage show to do. So I was in my Nickel Samurai costume. And you were alone the entire time? My manager was running around being busy, so yeah. Because of the press conference you were supposed to hold after the show. I told you, dude, I had no idea about any press conference, alright? That's strange. I thought the Nickel Samurai was going to confess something. Anyway, when I was leaving my room, that's when I noticed it was kind of noisy. Mr. Kurita was already dead at that time. Yeah, that's what I gathered anyway from a manager. I'm gonna gather that this guy can't do a thing on his own. And that's when the detective in the green coat showed up. He searched me, and then out of the blue, the dude arrested me. About you and the victim, Mr. Kurita, what sort of... That's got nothing to do with anything, dude. Man, with that face of his, you can't even tell he's the same age as me. True. And he wanted to try and make a Jam and Ninja movie, even though we know it failed. You're 1 year younger than me, both of you. Jeez. I forgot how young they were. The Nickel Samurai still won the end, right? Yeah, I took the Grand Prix by storm. Why would I, the winner, have any right to kill the guy anyway? Dude, you'd think it'd be the other way around, you know. Do you know why you were arrested? I guess maybe my full body search went badly. Did they find something on you? They found a button from the Jam and Ninja's costume. A button. I don't get it either. It was caught in the pleats of my samurai pants. Or hakama. Ah! Dude, I really think someone planted it there, though. I'm serious. I think that's what really happened. Guess that's about all I'm gonna get out of him. Mr. Nick? Yeah? Let's ask one last thing. Let's test Mr. Algar to see if he really is innocent or not. We can do that? Yes! If you use this. Maya's Magatama. He won't be able to hide any secrets from you, Mr. Nick. I'm sure of it. I get it. Mr. Algar, I'd like to ask you one more question. Please answer me honestly. What is it, dude? Did you kill Mr. Kurita? Please put the phone away and answer this question yourself. Alright, just so we're clear, dude. I didn't kill anyone, and that includes Kurita, okay? Well, Mr. Nick? Nothing. Not a chain or lock inside. Which means it's alright to trust him. Yeah, it does appear that way. Well, at least I can breathe a sigh of relief knowing my client is innocent. The trial's tomorrow, right? I'm counting on you, dude. To be continued. I believe this is the first time in the series that they actually split the investigation up because there's still more investigation after this. So, we are not going to trial next time. We are still doing investigation, I believe. So that's going to be all for now. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next part where we continue the investigation. Bye!